possession of the game. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for first down. Might as well give it to him again. He fought him off for a while, but they mean by gang tackling. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The seventh play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. So Fresno State's offense will have its first possession of the game. They're led by a sensational signal caller. And, Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's Rivers. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is on its way. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll pull it down and run, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
They boot it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. There he goes. He's got the first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Right back to the well. Still on his feet at the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
To the air. It's Rivers. Makes the catch. It's Dickey. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job after the catch by the tight end. Able to make a guy miss and go get extra yards.
Fresno State working from the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Rivers. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He's moving out of the pocket. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. They had some players jump into the transfer portal, but they were able to hang on to some of their key pieces. Do you think really that's more the culture coming through or promises from the staff, David?
I think that's exactly how I would do it, because I can fill some of my holes and my gaps, especially for spring ball and for all those other steps to build depth while I develop some of the younger guys. So you just kind of take a medium range of portal guys, Jesse.
Yeah, and David, I think the coaching staff knew they were going to lose some guys. Some guys didn't play enough last year, and they expected them to bounce. But they were able to hold on to some key people that a lot of other programs wanted. So give this coaching staff credit, re-recruiting their own guys, and let's see if that pays dividends today.
Off the play fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Airing the football way down the field, treating him like a wide receiver, because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama has a lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over West Virginia. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working right now.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Complete to the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On fourth down, going to the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Looking for room at the 40. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback. You're the coach. You're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop him on this fourth down, get the ball back. He gets the first down. It's a little bit demoralizing, but because you're running to the football, you get a hand on it, you get the football out. Now you get, it's like stopping him on fourth down anyways, because you got the ball and you're getting it back to your offense.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Running to the left. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
They'll give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
You know, it's difficult for QB sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Breaks into the open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Power football with the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. He wants to change this route. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Fresno State right back to the line. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. Fitted in the window for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the State offense ready to attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw again. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Vaughn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to throw. It's Newton. Rushes on him. Caught close to the marker. It's Vaughn. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They send the tight end in motion. The give on the counter. And the ball's free in the backfield. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Rivers. On the move, he fires. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. At the 45, on his way. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Newton. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last one.
Sometimes you need a little luck off that right upright and through. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. It's Dickey. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To throw, it's Rivers. Pulls it in. It's Dickey. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Only a place to be tackled immediately.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going for it all. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oregon has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up by 24 over the Stallions. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jet. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking for a man. It's Newton. Now improvising. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down play from the gun. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Mississippi State, 17.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hatchett. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Scanning the field, it's Rivers. Finds his man down the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a huge play. Snatches it on the right. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It'll be third and long. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Under fire. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that.